Whoa. Salt Bae.
Yes, sir.
Oh, thank you.
Enjoy.
Awesome, thank you. Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Yue Eats. I'm Yue, and today we are back at a restaurant that we've been to once before on this channel. We're back at the Salt Bae restaurant, well, technically known as Nusr-Et, but a lot of people may know it as the Salt Bae Steakhouse. Now, Salt Bae is one of the most divisive people on the internet, maybe one of the most divisive people on the planet. I mean, he's got scores of fans, loads of people love him, but loads of people hate the guy too, and boy does he have haters. I mean, there might be a good reason for that. On one hand, his restaurants are known for their exorbitant, crazy prices, and and also, he had his whole World Cup fiasco, but now it seems like the hate has kind of grown beyond that. Like, Salt Bae has become almost like a symbol that people despise for whatever reason, and I don't know, now it seems like the guy can't do anything right. Now, some of you may know that we've eaten at 2 Salt Bae restaurants on this channel. One, Nusr-Et behind us, and the other, Salt Bae Burger, and you know what? Salt Bae Burger, I actually kind of enjoyed it. I thought, I didn't like everything. I mean, obviously they had some overpriced items that were mostly for Instagram, but I felt that the burger, while, probably overpriced, the burger was overpriced, but I felt like it was good. It tasted pretty decent, even though it was small and it was expensive, but the taste was decent, I thought. And then at Nusr-Et, I think I had more of a mixed review. I think, I didn't like the prices, but I think I overall felt like it wasn't too bad. Like, I felt like it was a decent steakhouse, if not a great one. Like, you could definitely do worse depending on where you live. Actually, let's take a look at what I said. What did I say in that video? All right, guys, so we just stepped outside Salt Bae Steak. It was probably a solid steakhouse, maybe even depending on where you live, maybe even an above average one. Okay, I guess I'll say, in my opinion, it's a fun restaurant. It's relatively tasty, but I would probably still consider it a tourist trap just based on the unreasonable price. Well, okay, so, I guess I was a little bit critical, but yeah, I don't know. I felt like it wasn't as bad as what people are saying online, and nowadays on this app, on other apps like TikTok and all over the internet, it seems like, people just love hating on this guy, Salt Bae, and I don't know, I don't really quite get it. I mean, again, I see sort of where it's coming from, but I also feel like I don't think his food is that bad. Actually, I ran into a fan not too long ago. I met a fan while out and about in my personal life, and one of the first things he said to me was, "Hey, Yue, I saw that you ate at Salt Bae Steakhouse, and was it terrible? How bad was it?" And I told him, I don't know, I didn't think it was that bad. I mean, yeah, it wasn't great maybe, but I didn't think it was terrible at all. So, I don't know, so we're back here to try it again. Now they actually have like a $40 3-course prix lunch special, and that's a pretty good price here in New York in general in this economy. So yeah, I mean, I figured I want to try it again. I want to refresh my memory, and yeah, let's see if Salt Bae Steakhouse really is as bad as people say, because I don't remember it being that bad. I don't know, so let's try it. All right, guys, so we are now seated inside the Salt Bae Steakhouse, the Nusr-Et Steakhouse, and I'll just briefly show you what it looks like on the inside. It's a pretty nice restaurant, although we ate here once before, so maybe take a look at the first video if you want some more footage of the inside. Not sure how much of it I got last time, but yeah, just gonna briefly show you what it's like on the inside, and you can catch part 1 if you want to see more of the B-roll. But yeah, it's a nice restaurant, and I don't think anyone ever complains about Salt Bae's restaurants for not having good vibes, not having good atmosphere and decor, right? So, we got some Himalayan salt lamps behind us, and of course there's a lot of gratuitously large pictures of Salt Bae everywhere, and I guess that's to be expected of a celebrity chef restaurant. I mean, they're really boosting themselves up, I think Gordon Ramsay's restaurant in Times Square is like that too. But let's take a look at the menu real quick. And I requested both the dinner menu and the lunch menu because I hear a lot of things lately about this 3-course prix menu, so we're definitely gonna go with this, but I asked for the dinner menu because I think we might also go with a steak, because I'm pretty sure, I'm guessing for like a budget lunch, they're probably not going to slice the stuff here. But you know, at a Salt Bae restaurant, we obviously want them to, like, you know, slice it, you know, the way Nusr-Et does in his vids. So let's take a look at what we got for $39 per person, and that's actually not too bad. You know, especially in New York for 3 courses, and you know, just in general in this post-inflation economy, you could definitely do worse than that. And it makes sense because Salt Bae's restaurants are really known for being extravagant, but in this economy, a lot of people are looking for more bang for your buck, more deals. It makes sense because you kind of see, you know, lots of chains doing it now. Like you're seeing like fast food prices are kind of coming down. I feel like Taco Bell kind of has some deals now, like $5 and $7 deals. You're seeing like all those like $10 deals at like Applebee's, $13 at like Chili's. We actually reviewed that $13 deal. A silver lining, I mean, obviously it's not good for the economy to not be as great as it used to be, but a silver lining is at least prices are kind of coming down, I guess. So it looks like we got a choice of an appetizer, a main course, and a dessert. It looks like for appetizers, they got a salad. They got a Nusr-Et salad. Hopefully not too much salt on that salad. And then they got a Caesar salad, avocado. That all makes sense. Actually, I hear interesting things about this meat sushi. Some people tell me it's actually pretty good, and no matter what, it looks like a relatively creative menu item. So I guess, you know what, I made up my mind, we're gonna try that. Even though they got like tartars and burrata and oysters at the bottom, I made up my mind that meat sushi sounds the most unique. And I thought about getting that last time, but the channel wasn't so big last time, and you know, this was at the time my most expensive video by a lot at the time. So now we can order more stuff. So, and then for the main course, they got salmon there. That Wagyu burger, the Wagyu juicy burger, I'm pretty sure this is the exact burger that they had at a Salt Bae Burger. And let's give it a try because I want to see how it is, see if it's the same one from before, and yeah, give it a try, see how it is here at Nusr-Et Steakhouse. And then they got a meat patty. I'm guessing that's like a beef patty, you know, like a meat patty, or maybe just another burger. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna do any of the steaks because I don't want, you know, I'm pretty sure they're not gonna slice the lunch ones. That's usually how these things work. At like a lot of these steakhouses, the lunch special steaks are not like the dinner ones. Like I think I went to Benjamin's, and at Benjamin's, the lunch steak was not like a pre-sliced one and cooked in the butter. So not gonna take a chance. This way we can get the burger too. And then for dessert, they got fruit, cheesecake, an ice cream, and baklava. We'll either do the cheesecake or the baklava, and maybe we should try baklava because you know, Nusr-Et is from Turkey after all, so you know, maybe he's got a pretty decent one. So let's see his take on it. But yeah, that's the lunch menu. So we're definitely gonna get this lunch menu, and let's see which steak we want to get here at Nusr-Et. QR code and everything. Oh, digital menu. No, I thought maybe that was if you wanted like a code to like his Instagram page or something. It looks like the menu has kind of shrunk. Last time I came here, I think I remember the menu being bigger. I don't know, maybe they cut things down a little bit. I don't know, maybe I'm just misremembering. It's been like maybe almost 2 years since I was here last time. So yeah, just kind of showing you some of their appetizers and salads. A lot of overlap, some overlap with the lunch menu here. Some of their sides. I could be misremembering, but maybe last time there were more like Turkish or Mediterranean influenced stuff. I think this almost resembles more like a standard steakhouse now. And these are the meats. This is the meat page, and well, desserts at the bottom here. So they got their baklava. Actually, ironically, they seem to have more dessert options during lunch, which is interesting. But yeah, these are their meat selections, and yeah, it's it ain't cheap. I guess it's for 2 people, but well, let's see. This here is a filet mignon, cooked at the table with butter. I think this is that butter cooked one that I think I got footage of last time. Actually, a steak for 2 for 190 might not be too bad, especially if it's Wagyu, but for just 14 ounces, that is ooh, it's like just 7 ounces per person. So yeah, I guess you're not getting much bang for your buck here. But here they got Wagyu rib cap, and then this one here is a $350 and beyond, $475, $590 G's. But $350 for 2, 21 ounces, I guess like 10, 11 ounces per person for a rib cap. For what is that, like $175 per person? Well, for Wagyu and rib cap, I guess it could be worse, but it's not cheap. Rack of lamb there, short rib, and then those all look like Wagyu up there, but it's interesting that here, they even have a separate Wagyu section. So spaghetti, I guess that's like a thinly sliced, like a julienne steak, like a Wagyu sirloin. Okay, this all looks kind of interesting. Well, this one's even got the hashtag Salt Bae Tomahawk. I wonder if this is one of the ones that he cut online, like on Instagram or on Twitter. Bone-in Wagyu ribeye, thick cut and mustard marinated. $2.75. Jeez, it is 32 ounces, but with a tomahawk, a lot of that's gonna be the bone. The bone alone is probably like a good like 5 or so ounces at least. So, I don't know, guys. That's pretty expensive. Should I get it? Should I get it for you guys? The channel is bigger now, but this plus the lunch item, $2.75 plus 40 bucks. This would make this one of the most expensive videos on this channel so far. So last time we got this wow steak, as they're writing there, and I'll be honest, I wasn't really wowed by it. I didn't think it was bad, but I didn't think it was wow for sure. I didn't think it was great. It was okay, but luckily it doesn't seem like they increased the price even despite inflation. So that's good to see. And then they got tenderloins there, 180 for a filet mignon. Oh, even though it's a big one, that's quite a price. Actually, my understanding is that tenderloin is almost pretty much no fat, so I don't really see the point of a Wagyu tenderloin. Isn't the whole point of tenderloin, a filet mignon, that it's almost devoid of fat? Wagyu is known for its marbling, so I don't really see the point of a Wagyu tenderloin. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if I'm wrong. And then they got the burger again, and the meat patty, and another tomahawk. Oh, actually, this is a 4-pound tomahawk, so, and a 4-pound New York strip. So, yeah, game day decision, guys, I guess. Let's order though. Yeah, I'm ready. Okay. I'm gonna do the prefix 3-course thing. So
sushi is like one of the most popular one.
Yeah.
It's up to you.
Yeah, I hear good things about that. Okay. So I'll do a meat sushi.
Okay.
And then I'll do that Wagyu burger.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Medium rare, medium.
I'll do medium.
Medium. Okay.
And that's the same one from the burger restaurant, right? All right, cool. I'll try the baklava too.
Of course, that's very nice.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah. Oh, can I also get one of the steaks?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Which one do you prefer?
You said the tomahawk is definitely sliced, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'll do that.
You are gonna tomahawk? Okay.
Yeah, let's just do it.
Okay, you are gonna have it as medium?
Medium rare.
Medium rare? Tomahawk, medium rare, but the burger is medium. Is this fine?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Awesome, thank you.
Okay, enjoy.
Yeah, we decided to splurge. $2.75 plus the $40 prefix. We actually even upgraded to that baklava plus 9. So yeah, this is this is not a cheap video, and this might be as much money as I've spent at some of those bougie Michelin star spots. So I do it for you guys to show you guys what they got. So
I have your meat sushi here.
Okay.
Please enjoy.
Thank you so much.
Pleasure.
All right, we have our first course now. This is the meat sushi, and yeah, interesting. It's almost like the opposite of sushi, because the whole point of sushi is that it's not cooked, right? You know, I know the egg omelet on sushi is cooked, and you know, I know they have like, you know, cooked sushis, especially at omakases. They like to blowtorch them, but yeah, but you know what I mean. This here is taking surf and turf to a whole new level. Like this is, I don't know, like kind of fusing two ideas. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I actually think that while I can't eat shellfish, so I can't do a traditional surf and turf, I actually think steak and sushi actually is not the worst combination. I went to a restaurant that did that, and I actually quite enjoyed it. So in this case, all right, so here it looks like they have some seared steak with some, I believe those are like kind of like tiny shredded potatoes, I believe, with some sauce, and hopefully this is gonna be pretty good. And they even have like a dipping sauce there, and they even gave me some Salt Bae chopsticks. So let's give this a try, why don't we? So, all right, Nusr-Et, let's see if you can make a good sushi. I'm guessing just like any sushi, these are supposed to be one-bited, so let's try one without sauce and then one with sauce. So let's pick one of these guys up, and okay. You know, interesting. It's actually way too big to one bite, but that one part without sauce was interesting. But let's try one with sauce. Yeah, so that one was without the sauce, so let's try one with the sauce. Okay. Oh, actually. Oh, actually, that's really good. Wow. Wow, I mean, this whole concept, like, I wasn't really sure what to think of it. Like, meat sushi, yeah, okay, like, kind of seems like an Instagrammable thing, but that was actually really good. That was actually really good. Yeah, so this sauce that I'm dipping it in, I'm realizing that I'm pretty sure this is just soy sauce. I mean, it's, you know, it's really salty, but it somehow almost tastes saltier than any soy sauce I've had. So maybe the meat and like the stuff, the cream or the sauce they have on the meat sushi is just really salty, but the sauce is pretty good. It almost completes the whole thing, like it binds the whole thing together. If they could dial back the salt a little bit, it would be pretty good. But honestly, the flavor is fantastic. Like, interestingly, when I ate the sushi on its own, I kind of felt like it was only okay. Like I felt like the sauce seemed a little too creamy and the meat was nice and rich, but the whole thing sort of didn't taste very balanced. But when you add it with the salt like adds like that missing component, just like a jus to like a prime rib, which completes the whole thing. Because this cream, whatever this is, I think it's like some sort of cheese sauce, but like just eating this straight up, like it kind of tastes like something is missing. And I think what it was it tasted under seasoned. Like it needed some sort of seasoning to bind the whole thing together. Otherwise, it just kind of tastes like a Philly cheesesteak that doesn't have enough salt and pepper on it. You know, I guess I'll just dab a little less of it. This is quite excellent. So actually, I just realized too, I think this meat is I think there's sushi rice in this, but I don't see the rice anywhere. So I think the rice might be wrapped inside this, kind of like are you guys familiar with Inari sushi? Inari sushi, I could be wrong. I think it's like fox sushi. Like I think it's served near the Fushimi Inari shrine. But Inari sushi is like a kind of sushi in Japan that's mostly rice. That's inside tofu skin, and this is kind of like rice wrapped in meat. So yeah, I gotta say, this isn't just like an Instagrammable thing, because to be honest, if it's Instagrammable, it doesn't look good at all, but it tastes good, which is what I care most about. Like I said, the rice is on the inside actually, so this is like a rice dumpling. The rice is on the inside, and ironically the meat is on the outside as like the wrapper, so thank you.
Look inside, how juicy.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I got the grill marks on the inside too.
Sure. Enjoy.
Thank you so much. All right, so now we have here the burger, and yeah, this is exactly the same burger that I got at Salt Bae Burger. It even still has these, sorry, the lighting is kind of reflecting weirdly, but it even kind of has like these like little cute hashtag Salt Bae flags, so that's kind of cool. But yeah, it looks exactly the same as before. You know, not the biggest burger, although it looks slightly bigger than back then at Salt Bae Burger. I think at Salt Bae Burger, it was even a little bit smaller, but I could be misremembering. And you know, of course, Salt Bae, he's gonna make everything Instagrammable, TikTokable, I guess, in current times. So that's why he's got the grill marks on the inside, so you can really show off that cross section. But yeah, let's just dive in. I mean, it seems piping hot, so let's try this while it's warm. So. Oh, actually, that's a better angle, look. But check out how awesome that cross-section looks. I mean, not sure how tasty it's gonna be. Just because it looks nice doesn't mean it's gonna taste good, but I will admit, I mean, it definitely looks good from a social media standpoint. So, all right, Salt Bae, let's see how the burger is. Not bad. I remember it being juicier, even though it looks really juicy like here when I press into it. I remember it tasting more juicy and marbled last time, but let's try another bite. Like I mostly taste like the charcoal flavor. Pretty good. Yeah, I think biting deeper definitely helped. I think maybe that edge that I ate was like a little bit more dry. It's definitely juicier on the inside. While I'm editing this, I can plug in the price real quick. But I remember it being not the cheapest burger, so if you get this a la carte, I think it's like 30 bucks or 35 bucks or something. For not the biggest burger, although it looks like it's gotten slightly bigger since then, but for not the biggest burger, I don't know if this is quite worth like 30 or 35 bucks, although it does come with fries. But it is very, very, very juicy, I will say that. And while these grill marks mostly serve an aesthetic purpose, there definitely is like a grilled like charcoal flavor in this. The bread is also quite nice, like it's you know, take a look. Like I hate when those breads go too flat, you know, like those grocery store like bread from a bag, you know, rolls from a bag. In terms of bang for your buck, like getting this like on the a la carte menu, I'm not sure if it's quite worth the price, but as part of a prefix $40 3-course lunch menu, you know, it's not terrible, like the price. And lastly, I gotta say, these caramelized onions are kind of nice too, like add some extra savoriness, you know, some almost some extra textural components. So, ooh, they even got some grill mark on the top too. I guess that's just for fun or something, or I don't know if they dropped it and it landed on the grill briefly, but honestly, Mr. Gocha, Nusr-Et Gocha, right? I'll just call him Nusr-Et or Salt Bae. Mr. Bae, how about that? Honestly, Mr. Bae, not a bad burger, you know, especially as part of the 3-course prefix. Definitely pretty good.
Wagyu Tomahawk.
All right.
All ready?
I'm ready.
Salt Bae.
Yes, sir.
Oh, thank you.
Enjoy.
Awesome, thank you.
We did it a little bit of medium rare plus because the fat inside needs to be caramelized.
I see.
There's high grade of Wagyu, that's why. Enjoy.
Okay, sounds good, thank you. Did you guys catch that? I mean, just like last time, you know, they try to slice it all suave, like they hit the cutting board, like they go like, make this sound and stuff like that. And they make sure to Salt Bae it at the end, like roll it off the elbow. Can I tell you like an incredible coincidence that happened last time? So last time when they sliced it, you know, they were playing some pretty loud music in the background, and like this Spanish sounding like guitar song went on, and I did not add that track in. Like that just happened to be playing in the restaurant at the exact moment he started slicing, and it fit perfectly. Here, I'm gonna drop it here. I mean, just listen for yourself. Ready.
Action. Action.
Salt Bae.
Thank you. But anyways, yeah, this is our Salt Bae Tomahawk, and this was a pretty penny. This was like almost 300 bucks. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I mean, at least this time I got a bigger steak. The last one was, you know, definitely on the smaller end. I guess, you know, because of the nature of how ribeye is, I guess he wasn't able to slice it as quickly as the last one, like the $95 smaller steak. But yeah, it looks like, you know, they got grill marks across the whole thing. Hopefully infused some charcoal smoky flavor inside. Even though I asked for medium rare, he said that they cooked it more to closer to medium because they need to like caramelize and I guess melt more of the fat. I've actually heard that before, that some people prefer ribeyes to be medium than medium rare so that more of the fat like melts, I guess. So anyways, we paid a pretty penny for this, so let's dive into our $275 steak. It better be somewhat worth it. All right, first let's check the doneness. Let's check the middle of the steak. All right, he said that this was more closer to medium, but that looks like a pretty good medium rare if you ask me. I mean, that's cooked perfectly. I mean, right in the center. I mean, I don't know, that is a perfectly acceptable cook if you ask me. Let's slice off a bit of this guy. After all, this is the hashtag Salt Bae namesake steak, so better be good for 275 bucks. Actually, I just realized when I was looking at the menu, I think they got rid of all the crazy expensive stuff. I think they got rid of like the gold steaks, like the $2,500 steak and stuff like that. Yeah, let me try to find out if that was like if they just forgot to give me that menu, or if, you know, that's like a business decision. You know, it's not bad. I don't think it's great. Like, it's a decent steak, but probably not among the better or the best ones I've had, but let's break it down. What I will say is that the cook is quite good. I mean, it seemed like he was afraid they overcooked it, but for me, this is perfect. The cook is quite good, and I like that they got grill marks across the whole thing. Like, by grilling it, they infused that smoky charcoal flavor into the steak, and you definitely taste it. Like, it definitely tastes like a charcoal grilled steak. And also with these, you know, big deal grill marks, while I tend to like an even sear for my steaks, like on like a flat top or a cast iron, like I tend to like that even sear, so you get caramelization and crispiness in every bite. By grilling it so hard like this and getting these grill marks everywhere, you kind of accomplish a similar effect here. So I like that. Like, I like the caramelization that they got here. And I will say too, the steak is very tender. I mean, look at how tender this guy is. Like, super duper tender. Like, here, I'm gonna pick it up. Look at this. Like, I can almost tie this guy in like a knot. Like, it's an incredibly tender steak, so, you know, not much of a jaw workout. Like, it's very, very tender. I'm gonna presume that this is wet aged and not dry aged. I'm gonna ask later, but I will say that I think the aged flavor could be stronger. So, you know, we're gonna dive into like what I don't like as much. I feel like the flavor of the beef in general could be stronger. Like, while it's got everything else good, like the way it's prepared, you know, the way they sliced it, you know, the presentation and everything, the tenderness, the cook, the smoky flavor is all good, but unfortunately, you can only go so far unless you have very good quality beef. And this beef, you know, I do believe that this probably is some sort of Wagyu beef, but I don't think the innate flavor of the beef is that good. Like, it doesn't really taste like super standout quality steak, I would say. Aged flavor, if there is any, I think definitely could be stronger. And actually for a ribeye, I would almost expect there to be more of a fatty flavor. Like, you know, I would expect it to taste more marbled, especially a Wagyu ribeye. But in this case, I would say that it definitely tastes more lean than I would have preferred. So that's a bit of a letdown for sure. Also, ironically, it's under seasoned, and I know they like Salt Bae it at the end. Even with this bunch of finishing salt they dumped on top, although a lot of it kind of, you know, scattered to the side, like it bounced. Like he salted it from such a high distance that a lot of it kind of, you know, bounced everywhere, and they actually had to, you know, clean the table a little bit from the salt that bounced off. But I think it would be good to do the Salt Bae thing for fun, and then to add like a little bit more salt, like spoon a little bit more salt on top, because this definitely needs more finishing salt. Like it's definitely not salty enough. It's definitely not seasoned enough for sure. So yeah, guys, I would say that unfortunately, yeah, I mean, very, very friendly staff. Presentation, cook, everything about this is pretty good. It's just that the quality of the beef is what you're ultimately paying for, and 275 bucks, not quite worth that to me. I would say, I don't know. I mean, it's a big steak. Just based upon its size, you know, being a tomahawk, I would probably pay like, I don't know, maybe 80 bucks at most. I don't know. When you add more salt though, it does taste better. Maybe here. All right, I think we got it. Okay. Oh, actually, it's like there's pockets of like fat, like almost like hidden like little like fat landmines, and when you step on them, ooh, they like burst. And especially when you add the salt, it really amplifies like the amazing flavor of that fat. Wow. So just like last time, the steak is unevenly marbled and flavored, I guess. But let's try, ooh, this is like pure fat. Let's try this one. Running out of salt. There you go. Oh, honestly, the spread out and like sporadic fatty bits of the steak are quite excellent. The leaner parts, which is unfortunately the vast majority of the steak, is not great, if I can be honest. It's not bad, but it's not great. So let's wait for our dessert. And actually, hi, let me get this to go. Quick question, I'm just curious. I think last time I came on the menu, I wasn't gonna order any of it, but like last time you guys had those famous like gold stuff that was like thousands of dollars.
We have them still available, but we have on a separate menu.
Oh, it's a separate menu. Oh, okay.
Have a look.
You can have a look at it.
Oh, yes, yes. Oh, okay, thank you. Yeah, I was gonna put in B-roll from my last visit, but yeah, they brought this if you guys wanna look at it. So it actually makes sense that like their gold items are, you know, a separate menu, because people might get intimidated if it's on the same menu and think that everything here is like thousands of dollars. Yeah, these are their golden items, golden heart, golden steak, golden tomahawk. Yeah, it's quite intense, and yep, that's the infamous $1,500 steak. Although, actually, I think they used to have a $2,500 steak. I guess they got rid of it. I guess that's nice. All right, last item is the baklava, so let's wait for that to arrive.
Let's make it back over for you.
Oh, thank you. Whoa. Oh, thank you. Very cool, thank you. Wow, did you guys see that? I mean, I tried to record all of it. I didn't realize so much was gonna be happening. I mean, baklava, I thought they were just gonna, you know, hand me like a slice, you know, like at those diners, like they're just gonna cut you one. I didn't realize they're gonna be like flipping it in the air like a ninja. I feel like I should have used a wider lens. I didn't even capture a ton of it. Wow. If you guys were here live, that was really, really cool, I gotta say. But yeah, I mean, as always on this channel, I mean, wow. I mean, as cool as like theatrics and performances are, you know, dinner or dessert with a show, for us, what we care most about is how things taste. So This is the baklava. I have heard famous things about this Salt Bae baklava. I hear it's pretty good. Now I see that what makes it famous is not just probably the recipe, but also its presentation, like how it's served. So I'm guessing that's like a cream, or is that ice cream? If it's ice cream, we better eat fast before it melts. So let's dig in. Oh yeah, I think this might be ice cream because it seems to be melting. So let's quickly try a bite of this. I love baklava, by the way. Like, I'm a huge sucker for it. When I used to see it at like bodegas, I would sometimes get it like to my detriment. It put on so many pounds for me over the years. So, all right, bon appetit. Hey, that's excellent. I mean, the ice cream's melting so fast, but shoot, the ice cream's almost melting faster than I can eat it, which is a shame. Like, it's kind of, you know, it's almost becoming like a soup. It's a shame it melts too fast to eat, but it's delicious. Oh, lost half of it. All right. That baklava is great. I mean, maybe I just haven't had really good baklavas, just like the ones that you get at like corner stores, but that is incredible. What I like about it is that it's not too sweet, you know, like a lot of the, you know, cheaper baklavas can be bitingly sweet, like the honey flavor, it can be way too strong, like the sweetness. This one's more balanced, like it kind of tastes more, like it tastes more like a good quality honey, like a more natural honey, rather than those, you know, those cheap ones from the grocery store that are so bitingly sweet. When I saw the way that this top was glistening, I was afraid it was gonna be, you know, too oily and too heavy, but no, it's great. Like it's not too oily and it's a little sticky, and it's kind of like, it makes the thing taste like indulgent, like a delicious sticky dessert. And they serve the ice cream on the inside, even though it melts way too fast. Like the sticky baklava combined with the cold vanilla ice cream almost turns this into like a Turkish like sticky toffee pudding. This is great, and it's a great dessert. Wow. I gotta say, one thing that Salt Bae does better than anyone else is showmanship and performance. And I'm glad that in this case, the food lived up to the show. Maybe he should add something like bananas Foster to the menu, like a flambe item, so he can call it a flambe, like Salt Bae, get it? Okay, but anyways. Share some final thoughts outside. All right, guys, so I just finished eating at Salt Bae Steakhouse, Nusr-Et Steakhouse, and yeah, you know, I think we can answer the question that we set out to answer right away. No, I did not think that Salt Bae's Steakhouse, I did not think that Salt Bae's food was nearly as bad as people say. I think, you know, I think people are being a little bit too negative. I think they're being a little bit unfair, and like the burger, the baklava, the meat sushi, I loved it all. I thought it was all fantastic, like really delicious. But unfortunately, the steak definitely fell short, and I might have felt differently if it weren't so expensive. Like if it were more like maybe $130 or something, maybe I would feel differently, but $275 for that was just an absurd price, and I'm sorry, it definitely was not anywhere near worth that price. Unfortunately, I gotta say that at the end of the day, this is a steakhouse, so the steak should be the star, so not quite getting your money's worth there. But what I will say though is that everything else I ate, I really liked, and I thought that the $40 prefix for 3 courses was a great deal. Yeah, I mean, especially in New York, it's hard to find deals like that. So I do think that I can wholeheartedly recommend Salt Bae's Steakhouse for their 3-course lunch special. The service there, wonderful. I mean, the people who work there are some of the nicest people in the whole world. Like, they're so friendly, so nice. Maybe the steak fell short, but maybe sometimes in life we should look on the bright side of life. I mean, totally legit if some people might think Salt Bae as a person rubs them the wrong way, you know, his World Cup stunt, or maybe, you know, just all his like lavish, exorbitant price Instagrammable items. You know, maybe some people just think that a lot of that stuff kind of rubs them the wrong way, but honestly, let's just think about Salt Bae's story. I mean, he actually had to drop out of middle school because of his family being too poor to support him going to school. So he dropped out of middle school to become a butcher's apprentice, and then from then on, the rest is history. From then on, he actually, when he got older, he moved to the US to work in restaurants in the US for free, just to gain experience. And yeah, he gained enough experience to open his Nusr-Et Steakhouse in Istanbul. He did his Salt Bae videos as not just like a random thing that blew up. Those were like planned marketing tactics, and it blew up. I mean, the guy definitely is a marketing genius and a true rags to riches story. So I don't know, guys. I mean, I know there's a lot of people who don't like Salt Bae, but in this case, I'm gonna choose to focus on the positive and say that there are items at his restaurant that are good. The prix lunch special is pretty good. Focus on the positive aspect of his life because it's quite inspirational. But anyways, guys, let's head home after our meal, and we have a ton of leftovers. We have a lot of Salt Bae Tomahawk steak that we're gonna eat throughout the week. So anyways, guys, if you've eaten at any of Salt Bae's steakhouses before, let me know what you think in the comments, because great minds eat alike. You know, let me know if you like any of the Nusr-Et restaurants, or if you think they're overpriced or overrated, you know, because he has restaurants all over the world. So let me know in the comments for sure. As always, if you like my content, like and subscribe. That way you stay up to date whenever I post another video. So my phone's almost out of battery, so I gotta go. So until next time, I'll see you later.